everyone, it's Chastity. I know this video isn't very good quality and it's not very good lighting, and I'm sorry about that. But it's like 10 p.m. or something, so I don't have natural light, and I'm recording on my iPhone. So this video is going to be 10 things no one tells you before you give birth. So this is like about during birth and after. So these are some of the things for me that I didn't expect, or that no one told me would happen, that I was surprised about. These might not be the case for you, or you know, whatever, you might not have these problems, but these were for me. So number one was, no one ever told me how much pain I would be in after I gave birth. I remember them taking the epidural out of my back and wheeling me to the recovery, side of the hospital, because you give birth in a different side of the hospital, and then they move you to a different room. So they moved me into it, and like 30 minutes later, the numbing started wearing off from where I had my epidural, and I was in so much pain. It was worse than my labor pains. Like, down my groin, vaginal area, I was in so much pain. I was crying. I was like bawling my eyes out, begging for pain medication. I was like, please, my mom was in there. I was like, please get someone to come give me something. I am like dying. I was in such excruciating pain after. And then the nurse came in. She's like, oh, well, we'll get you some Percocets or whatever, we'll get you some pain medication. I'll tell them to give it to you. And I was like, no, I need it right now. Like, you gotta tell them to bring it right now. I'm in so much pain. I cannot wait for it. So they give you, the pill or whatever. I didn't think that they would take my IV right after I gave birth. I thought they would still give me some pain medication through an IV, since I was in such pain, but they don't. They just give you, pills, and you just gotta keep up with it. Make sure you take it before you get in bad pain. So that was something I didn't expect. I did not expect to be in such excruciating pain. So number two, I didn't know how hard it was to push a baby out. And some women can, give one push and the baby's out and it's not hard for them at all. But for me, I pushed for an hour and a half, and oh my gosh, it was hard. I knew that it would be hard pushing a baby out. I mean, obviously, it's going to be hard pushing a watermelon through a straw. I knew it would be hard pushing a baby out, but oh my gosh, I did not think it would be that hard. I remember, it was just I didn't think I'd be able to do it. I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. Pushed for an hour and a half, and I just did not think the baby was ever coming out. Which the cord was wrapped around her neck, so that's why it took me so long to get her out. I remember it taking forever to push, and how hard it was to push. It's not easy to push a baby out. So if you don't expect it to be hard to push a baby out, expect it, because it's hard. Number three, I didn't expect to be so tired after I gave birth. I slept a lot while I was in labor. After I had my epidural, I slept a lot because, I was kind of loopy, and they had me on some medication that made me sleepy. So I slept a lot while I was in labor after my epidural. So I slept a lot when I was in labor. And then, of course, I was up a long time giving birth. And then after I gave birth, I was so exhausted. I felt like I just ran 1,000 marathons. I was so tired. I know that people experience, being really tired if they're up for a long time, but this is a tired feeling that I've never felt. I've never felt so extremely tired in my entire life. I was so exhausted. I remember just talking to someone, I would start falling asleep while I was in the middle of talking to someone. I would start falling asleep just talking or sitting there, whatever I was doing, I would fall asleep in the middle of it. And they'd be like, Chastity, and I'd wake back up. And even when I was nursing Holland, when the lactation consultant or whatever, when she came in to help me, I was like, when I was trying to breastfeed Holland for the first time, I would keep on falling asleep. I could not stay awake. I remember trying to breastfeed her, and I wanted so badly to be concentrated on breastfeeding because it was my first time, and I just couldn't because I was so tired. I kept on falling asleep. I was like so out of it. So I didn't expect to be that tired. Number 4. I didn't know that you couldn't eat while you were in labor. This is like something small, but I didn't know. Sorry, I was looking at something. I didn't know that you could not eat while you were in labor. I was so hungry. So hungry. I kept on imagining things that I wanted, like, oh my gosh, I want a sub. I want a turkey sandwich. I want, a steak. I want chicken. Like, I was imagining things I wanted, and you can't eat. I was in labor for 23.5 hours, and I couldn't eat. I was starving. So yeah, that's something I didn't expect. Number 5. I didn't know that the hospital staff would treat you differently after you gave birth. So while you're in labor, the hospital staff was like babying me, rubbing all over me. They were at my beck and call. Anything I needed, they were there. They were so sweet and patient and loving. And after I gave birth, I was like chopped liver. They did not care about me. I was like, after I was gave birth and I was in so much pain, I was like, I need medicine. Now they're like, well, sucks for you. You got to wait. And of course, it was a completely different staff than what was. It was completely different staff than when I gave birth, but they just treat you like you're nothing. Like when you're in labor, they're all about you, and after you give birth, they don't care about you. So that's something I didn't expect. Number 6. I didn't expect that, or I didn't know that after you gave birth, you don't poop for a long time. I did not know that. Okay, well, when you push a baby out, you poop sometimes. Well, some women do. I pooped when I pushed a baby out. Just being real. Well, I didn't know I did, but my mom said I did. And so I pooped when I gave birth, but after I gave birth, I remember them having to, help me get to the bathroom because I couldn't walk. And I just, peed or whatever, and it hurt really bad to pee. And I remember days passed, because I was in the hospital for 4 days, and I didn't poop. And I was like, guys, to my nurses, I was like, something's wrong. I haven't pooped. They're like, oh, that's normal. You'll poop eventually. I didn't poop for a week and a half. I didn't poop for a week and a half. Think about that. I didn't know that. And then once I did poop, it was horrible. So, yeah, that was bad. I didn't expect that. Number 7. I didn't know that after you gave birth, how much you bleed. Oh my gosh, I bled so much. Oh my gosh, I thought, it looked like I bled so much that my whole body would be drained of blood. They put this big old diaper on you. Well, pretty much a diaper. They put a pad on you this big. And, I remember them putting that pad on me and then getting up and there'd be blood on my bed. And I remember going to the bathroom and there'd be clots falling out of me. Oh my gosh, you bleed so much after you give birth. I did not expect that. Number 8. I knew that I would be emotional when I gave birth, and I knew it would be overwhelming, but I didn't realize how much it would be. As soon as she came out, I started bawling my eyes out. If you watch the video of me giving birth, as soon as she comes out, I bawled. Not just a little cry, tearful. It was I was wailing. Because I was just so overwhelmed and emotional. So, I didn't expect that to be that emotional. Number 9. I didn't know that after you gave birth, the nurses come in to check your butt like every 30 minutes. Literally, like every 30 minutes. I was like laying in bed and they'll come in and be like, oh, roll over, and you roll over and they pull down your pants and open your butt cheeks and just look at your butt. They do that like every 30 minutes. It's horrible. I mean, I lost all of my modesty. I have no modesty now. Like, not at all. So if you're modest and you give birth, you're not going to be modest after you give birth. You lose all your modesty. Number 10. I didn't know how hard it would be to walk after I give birth. Some women, after they give birth, can, you know, get up like that and start walking the halls and stuff. But for me, it was extremely hard for me to walk after I gave birth. I couldn't even walk to the bathroom. If I had to go to the bathroom, I had to have nurses, like 2 nurses come in and literally like carry me to the bathroom. I could not walk. I was in such horrible pain. I could not even walk. And it was like my legs were like jello. I don't know if it was from the epidural or, I mean, like a day after I had the epidural, my legs were still like jello. I don't know if that's what, I don't know if that was from the epidural or it was just because, I don't know. But I couldn't walk on my legs. For like, I don't know, I couldn't like walk till like 3 days after I gave birth. So yeah, that's my 10 things that I didn't know about giving birth and after giving birth. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope it didn't gross you out too much. But if I did, oh well. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!